Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Coach's Royal Reptiles. I'm Robert, or Coach. I really appreciate you guys coming back. Really appreciate the support I've been seeing over the last couple weeks. Subscribers have gone from like 167 to like 230 at the time of the shooting of this video. It's growing slowly, but it's growing. And like I said, over the last couple weeks, we've seen some pretty phenomenal growth. So now I'm pushing to 300. I really want to get to 300 subscribers, and then we'll go from there. Onwards and upwards. I really appreciate everybody's support. I really do. I'm really trying to grow my channel. I would love nothing more than to see this channel be a positive influence on the hobby. Today's video, I am talking about 3 genes in the hobby that I'm very excited about. 2 of the 3 genes I've not even produced a clutch yet. When I'm looking at these genes, are these really genes that I'm going to build a project around, or are these genes that I'm just going to use to add to other projects? And right now I'm kind of leaning towards, I kind of got my projects that I really want to do and what I really want to work on. And so I'm really looking at these 3 genes as being add-on genes that I'm going to use in projects that I'm already working. I'm going to share with you what my expectations are of each gene. Like I said, 2 of the 3 genes I've not even produced anything with. I have not produced a clutch on my own. But I'm excited about the genes of the combos that they make. And I've always really kind of wanted these genes. So I'm going to let you know what my expectations are. We'll see if those expectations are fulfilled when we use 2 of the 3 genes. So let's get started. Let's take a look at these 3 genes. We'll have a get to know coach in the middle, and then we'll sum it up at the end and let you know what maybe to expect in the next video or 2. So I know I told you the 2 videos that I thought I'd be doing this week, this wasn't one of them. But like I said, I have a few ideas, and when I was looking at the videos, this is the one that jumped out to me, the one I really wanted to work on this week. So take a look. Tell me what you think of these genes. I think they're some of the more popular genes in the hobby right now. Maybe not the most popular, but they're all incomplete dominant genes. And let's go take a look and see what of these 3 genes that I'm excited about. To be honest with you, only one of these 3 genes appeared in my top 5 incomplete dominant genes. We'll see if you can remember which one that was. So let's take a look at these animals. Let's get you to it, and let's get going here.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.
For the first gene of the 3 genes that I'm really excited about, this is the one gene that I have had a couple of clutches. This male, this is my male blackhead. I believe he's Pa's red gene is what I bought him as. I believe he has the red gene. I don't think he has ringer gene. But this is my breeder male blackhead. I'm trying to show you as close to the single gene of the gene I'm talking about as possible here. So this is a single gene blackhead. Remember last week we looked at a blackhead calico, and just to look at one a combo, we might just take another look at him this week. So this is blackhead, single gene blackhead, Pa's red gene. Let's look at just one more. Let's look at one more combo of this. I think we're going to just take a look at the blackhead calico male, because that's all I really have. So that's what we're going to look at. So there you go. All right, I decided to go with just another single gene and kind of use this as a little bit of an update video. So this, as you remember, is our little blackhead. We made one little blackhead. I'll show you his or her. I think it might be a female. But she's got the black back. She's all puffy. But just kind of use it as a little update on the little blackhead we produced. The animal's taken, I want to say, 2 or 3 meals now. I think this one's taken 3 meals. In clutch 2, they were a little bit harder to start than they were in clutch 1. But this little animal has already had, I believe, 2 meals. Probably 2 meals. in her. And that's it. And that's blackhead is in the baby stage of life. So it's really neat. They're really tense when they're babies, very nippy. See that black back on that. It's going to be hard for me to let that go. Because if that's a female, she's better. She's got a better black back than the female that I'm growing up already. And again, this is, something that I can just kind of hold on to and just kind of see how it turns out and then make a decision. So there you go. She's pretty. I like the blackhead gene. Really excited about it. Really going to put this into the HRA stuff. Like I said, I want to keep that black back, and I think this is a gene that's going to help me do that. Really excited about the blackhead gene. Really excited about the blackhead gene, and this gene's probably just going to be an add-in gene for me. Don't think I'll have a blackhead project or anything. I'm just going to interject it when I think it would help the combo. So, really pretty gene. Very excited about using it and really figuring out what it does and how it can help me in the stuff I really like looking at. Pretty snakes, pretty gene.
All right, guys, welcome to another Get to Know Coach. In this week's Get to Know Coach, I'm going to talk to you about, what I'm doing here and what my plans are here for the rest of my life. I'm going to be 61 years old this year. And it don't matter how old you are in life, I've always had a dream. I've always had something in life that I wanted to work towards, to accomplish, and work hard towards it. And right now, I'm finding in my life right now is that I'm kind of torn between two worlds. I love this hobby. I love keeping reptiles. I love keeping snakes. It's like I tell people, it's my mental health room. It's where I go to reset and recharge and just clear my mind and just work with the animals. And when I'm in there with the animals, that's all it's about. It's the animals. Like I said, I try to clear my mind. I play music in the background or a podcast from the community, from the hobby while I'm in there. And then my other world is my football coaching. I'm trying to develop a little bit of a side business, side hustle with my football coaching, hopefully mentoring young football coaches that are maybe coaching in the youth coaching arena and maybe even young coaches in the high school coaching arena, as well as mentoring and coaching some kids either online or here in the area. And I'm just trying to develop to try to earn a couple of dollars. What pulls your time? What things are competing for your time? How do you make sure you're not wasting time? How do I manage my time? Well, I manage my time as I'm a big list taker. I make lists. I have a desk and I've got a list where the first thing I do in the morning is I make my list of things that I have to do for the day. And then I prioritize them. That's how I manage my time. That's a good way, I think. I'm a big list maker, and then you just check them off as you do them. And then what I do is after the whole day is done, right? Like I told you, the first thing I do in the morning when I start my day is I start at my desk and I go to the list that I have for yesterday. And the stuff that I didn't get done yesterday, I move it onto the list for the next day. Right? And I add any tasks that I might have to do to it, and then I prioritize them again and go to work. Wash, rinse, repeat. So that's how I manage my time. Hopefully that'll help somebody, but because it's really worked for me over the years. I'm a real, I'm from a generation where you got to see it, touch it, be able to feel it, reach out and grab it. So, I haven't started doing it on my phone. I've always had a hard copy. A lot of times I'll just carry it with me in the car, in my backpack, and that list just stays with me all day long. So I want to tell you what's the end dream. What's the end dream for me? What's the end goal here? 61 years old. I'm not employed. My end dream here is to be self-sufficient, self-employed. And because I'm a dynamic person, I don't think there's any one thing that I'm like looking at and saying, I'm going to make all the money I make doing that. I think what the end dream for me is through doing a YouTube channel and doing my reptile hobby. And, I don't know what that is. Is it, everything that I make through that come through here, come through YouTube? Is it something down the road where it's like a mentorship program here as well that maybe I run? I've never wanted to run a Patreon. I always promised myself I wouldn't do a Patreon, but I know the other side of myself and my business, and what I'm gonna use a Patreon over there for my coaching stuff. Where I can put up videos, I can put up PDFs, things like that for people. They can do a membership, or they can, go in and just buy things a la carte. And so that's what I'm working on. Those are the two basic areas that I am working on. I'm working on a football coaching mentorship project, and I'm also working on my snake project. And I'd like together, between the two of them, I don't need to make a lot of money. I just can't make zero money yet. That may change, a year or two from now. Right now, I'm trying to develop these two things. I'm not trying to be somebody making, a big time salary every month for social media. What I'm trying to do is get good enough and big enough in both of these areas in my life so that I can make just a few bucks a month doing this stuff. And that's my goal. That's my dream. I think you should always have a dream. Always encourage my kids to dream big. All three of my children are positive influences on society. No kids with a record, no arrests. Everybody, gainfully employed or finishing up their education. Very proud of my children. Very proud of the people that they've become. If you find something that you love doing, and you figure out a way to make money doing it, you never work a day in your life. And that's the way my kids were raised. And my kids are doing things in their professional lives that they enjoy doing. It makes them happy. And I'm happy for that. And I'm proud of that. And I worked very hard for that. I'm kind of proud of myself too. Didn't do too bad a job for a young guy starting out in family. So that's pretty much it for the Get to Know Coach. Kind of Get to Know Coach, I kind of told you about me, kind of put it back on you, and how do you do things? What things in your life are tearing your time and competing for your time, and how do you go about managing that, and then what's your end dream? What does it look like? What does your life look like if you could just say, this is what I want my life to be? That's things for you to think about. As you get towards this end of your life, you really understand that time is the number one commodity that you own. Your time is the number one, not money, not anything else. Time. Because when it's gone, it's gone. And people like to waste it and try to convince you. That's not the way to go. You don't want to get 50, 60 years into life and figure that, you wasted half of it. I did waste some time. Like I said, I've always had a dream. I always have how do I want to tweak my life to be better so that I'm happier, so that I'm more content, so I'm more at peace. And so that's it. That's mine. That's what I'm doing. Hopefully I gave you guys some things to think about in your life and what you're doing. Let's get you back to the rest of this video. I'll see you at the end just to sum stuff up, say goodbye, let you know what I got going, hopefully for next week. Pretty excited about it. All right, let's get you back to the animals.
Okay, this is the second gene that I'm really excited about, and I have not gotten any clutches out of. This is my big female. This combo is Red Stripe Fire, 66% het clown. I got this snake. This was produced by Ectothermic Dungeon. She's beautiful. I slow grow them. She's up to size now. I was just putting a clown male to her to try to prove out her het. I've never shed tested anything. Not saying I wouldn't, but I haven't. She doesn't want to stay over there. She wants to come over this way. I thought this girl might be gravid. I don't know. She might be, so we're not going to mess with her very much. But I put her just a single gene clown, and this is a red stripe fire. The second, see how fire drags pattern, and see how really nice red stripes. They don't have a lot of alien eyes, and the dorsal is very thick and wide. And then the eye stripes on a red stripe, they're almost inchy like, but they're not real straight. They're kind of jaggedy. You see how they're not like straight like an inchies. This girl's they've got some peaks on them. You see that? Let's see if we can get it one more time. I don't want to stress her out too much, but see how there it is. She's got some peaks, going towards the middle of her head. Just a real pretty combo. Just a really pretty snake, and I really dig this gene. I want to see what it's going to look like in combos. So yes, this is a gene that I'm probably going to do a little bit of a project behind. And when I show you the next snake, you'll see why. Going in a little tighter on this girl, she's really a really pretty example of this is a young female. I won this female in a Morph market auction, and it was supposed to be a male. It was supposed to be a male red striped clown. You see again, there's not a lot of alien heads in the pattern on her, and that's really where I can tell. And then I'd like to see her head. See her head stamp here? That's kind of more little. See how she has the peaks coming in off the side? So that's what I call them. When the eye stripes go in towards the top of their head, they're like a little peak or a jagged thing that's on their eye stripe that points. You'll see it a lot on spot nose head stamps. But so this is red stripe clown. So I was just trying to make red stripe fire clowns. But now what this is, because this was supposed to be a male, it turned out to be a female. He had a male too that he told me he would substitute, but wasn't as nice as this female. So I kept the female. But, I really got to get something out of that other girl. I'm hoping I can get, either prove her out or prove she's not het clown. But everything that, would be produced there would be het clown, at least. And so you just keep a red stripe fire male, hopefully, or a red stripe male out of the clutch. And then you can shoot for red stripe, super red stripe clowns. That's what I really want to see is super red stripe clowns and work with that. And she just posing. Look at her, such a pretty snake. I just think a really nice example of the combo too. Just really pretty. Red stripe. This is a gene that like I said, I got a little project behind this, right? And again, this is something I want to see what it looks like in my HRA. What is that big thick dorsal going to do in HRA? I want to see. Oh, there she is. She's pretty. I'm really digging her. All right, red stripe. Red stripe's the second gene, and I'd like to make super red stripe clowns. That's what we're working on as a first step. She's beautiful. She's one of my highly emotional. She doesn't like to be touched. She prefer not to be touched. But that's her. Looking good, girlie. Thanks for posing really nice. That way I get a really nice shot of you. Beautiful. All right. Happens every time. He's dead in shed. This is my male, and he's so dark. But I've got to make the video, right? I'm on a time. There's no way he's going to shed by the end of this video, and he was the only one that was in shed. So, and he's mad. He's very angry. But this is acid, single gene acid male. I tried to. I put him with a female this year, but I didn't see him lock up. He was kind of young still, so you know, once they get about 2 years old, they get dialed in as breeder males if they're going to do it. But his eyes are purple, and he is so dark. And I wish he wasn't in shed because the highlights, the blushing in between his pattern is just a real orange red color when he's not in shed. But he's beautiful, man. I'm not going to keep him out here long. I'm just going to be putting this into stuff and stuff to tweak with pattern. Kind of use it like I kind of use leopard. Leopard's not really a project for me, just more kind of an add-in, something I like to play with. And we're going to do this too. I like this gene. Acid. I want to see what this does with HRA too. I want to see how HRA does with other pattern influencing genes, and I would call acid a pattern influencing gene. Look at them purple eyes, man. He is he'll clear up now, and then once he clears up within 24 to 48 hours, he'll shed. So he's close. He just chilling in his hide, and I was like, oh god. I check all the animals that I'm going to use in a video. And when I went to check him, he was the last one I checked because he was the last one I was going to shoot. I was like, God darn it. But when you shoot, what did I shoot in this video? 5 animals, 6 animals, maybe 5 animals. Chances are one of them is going to be in shed. That's just how it is. Right? And so you just kind of roll with it. I'll do an update on him. After he sheds, we'll maybe get him a little side-by-side or see if I can figure out how to do that. And we'll see what he looks like. We'll put unshed on one side and after shed on the other side. That'll be fun. All right, don't bite me. He's a meanie and he's in shed. He's just acid. I find is a real emotional gene. It's a very nervous gene, and he definitely fits the bill. Like I also hear that about puzzle. Puzzle's a very sensitive gene. I like inchy is. My super inchy girls are, my goodness, man. They're afraid. They're very nervous. They're very quick to strike at stuff. So, just going to touch him and let him know we ain't going to play that game. Make him go the other way. See how I make his head go the other way? Now I got him. Because ball pythons aren't going to strike backwards.
All right, that's going to do it for another video. Got another one done. Week to week. I'm really happy with what we're doing here, what I'm doing. I'm hoping as you're watching this video, if this video was uploaded after this video's uploaded, I'm hoping while you're watching this, I'm at the Pomona show, trying to get a nice video of the Pomona show for you guys for next week. I really want to do it. I really want to get out there. But things like life happens, and you just never know. And I was out of town last weekend, so I've got to get caught up on the stuff I got to do around the house, and get caught up and make sure that those responsibilities are taken care of. And if I can get all that taken care of, I'll leave Saturday morning, head out there to Los Angeles, and go to the Pomona show, the Pomona Super Show. Now, I hope I'm there as you're watching this video. I'm hoping there now. So, again, I'm putting this out there to put the pressure on me to go. I think it's going to be a benefit to my channel. I think it'll be good for my channel. Videos about the reptile shows do very well on YouTube. And I think I added, 60 subscribers over the last couple weeks, and I really appreciate y'all. And if you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed, like the video, and make a comment. Any activity, any interaction from you in the video helps me out a great deal, and I really appreciate it. So that's what I got going for next week. Hopefully next week when you tune into my video, it'll be a Pomona show video. Well, we'll see. I'll see you next week. I don't want to keep you any longer. Trying to make my videos a little shorter. So there it is. Another video out for the week. Guys, I really appreciate you coming. I really appreciate you clicking in and taking a look at the video. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. See you next week.